Hey everybody, welcome back. We are out here on the farm. It's a Wednesday, and I've been told that I got some boars doing some crazy stuff. So little Astrid and I are gonna walk out here and check them out and see what's going on. Make sure I don't have any hot wires busted. We're getting ready to take my daughter back to Rhode Island so she can go continue her education, and the last thing I need is to be gone and have pigs gone wild here on the farm. Let's see what's happening. Well, we definitely have a pig that's somewhere he's not supposed to be. Ain't that right, Romeo? Huh, weirdo? Why are you out here? There's popcorn, looking tasty. What's up, old man? Well, let's go check out the hot wire and make sure nothing's busted. Him and Wiz have been running up and down the fence line for a few days, getting at each other, so... Oh, is that right? Wiz, I don't think that's the action you're looking for, buddy. Yeah, let's walk out here and take a look. So these pigs are usually pretty good at respecting this hot wire, and I'm surprised they haven't tried to get under it, getting after one of these sows in heat, but here we go. Yeah, I got a wire on the ground right here. So they already snapped it somewhere. They must have tried to get at one another and broke this wire. Yeah, let me go turn off the fence. And then we're gonna have to try to get pigs back where they belong. Francine, Timber, and Darby are still where they're supposed to be. Craziness. All right, so Wiz right here and Romeo are back in the boar paddock, along with little Timber back there and Darby, and of course Francine. So somebody got tangled up in the wire and broke it right here. I went ahead and did a splice and patched that up, but they must have got caught in it pretty good. It was bent some of the fence insulators, but I got all of it squared away, walked the perimeter, everything else looks good. So now let's see if they'll stay in here. Crisis avoided for now. Not that it was really a crisis, not like the pigs are going anywhere. So these are a couple of our borrows here. This is Popcorn and Chip, and you see the wallow they've made. Once again, anywhere where they have their water, especially when it's warm out, they're gonna make a wallow. Sometimes it'll dry up. It's been pretty dry around here for the last handful of days and low humidity, so these things will dry up pretty quick. But we'll throw a little water in it, and they seem to be enjoying it right now. And boy, it stinks over here from where the boars were marking their territory. They must have been fighting out here for a while. But we did have a big wallow over there in that corner, and we kind of filled it back in, but it holds water a little bit, and they like to run along this fence along with the horses when it's feeding time, and they got that pretty slopped up, so we'll have to fix that at some point. PU, boy, the gnats are bad this morning. So anyway, it's another lovely day on the farm. All right, we got them boars settled, but in the process, we got pretty much everybody stirred up on the farm. So come down here and check waters while we're out here. All lined up, ready to get fed. Ain't feeding time yet, ladies. Y'all go do some foraging. Earn your pay. Clean all that stuff up. I count 7 sows. That's a good thing. Let's go count 10 babies. Fence is good here. Y'all don't get me. So it's amazing how quick these piglets are eating this grass down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 little piggies and 2 lovebirds. All present or accounted for. Good morning, piggies. It's just a girl and her dad out by the water. We're not on the farm anymore, Toto. We are back on the farm. Had a successful 6-day adventure up to Rhode Island to take my daughter back to college and to see some family while we were there. And we got back after dark last night, so I'm coming out this morning to see the pigs and make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be, considering the breakout we had just before we left and all that good stuff. We also had a pretty nasty storm blow through last night, so want to make sure there's no limbs down on the hot wire or anything like that, and everybody's where they're supposed to be. So let's have a look. Well, the lovebirds are where they're supposed to be. We started making a nice wallow back here where an old wallow used to be. That's all good. Let's see, are we counting 10 piggies here? Yes, we are. Gonna come out and get these guys some more grass today. How y'all doing? Oh, what, y'all not gonna be scared of me today? Well, some of y'all are. They're all wanting to get fed. Check on my ladies here. I see 7 sows. That's all good. Nothing on the wire down there. Hey, Juliet. Morning, piggies. Hey, Fig. Yeah, we got a lot of leaves falling. Looks like the walnuts are starting to drop leaves. All right, I got 4 boars right here. And there goes Francine. Y'all all laying over here in the shade? What's up, Whiz Kid? Hey, sweetie. Not time to get fed yet, but we're working on it. All right, let's check out this fence over here. We need to do some mowing, that's for sure. All right, everything down there looks good. See, we'll get stuff like this that'll fall out of these trees and it'll land right on the wire. Not necessarily worried about it breaking it, but it'll sure ground it out. I think it's going to be a hot and humid one today. Of course, there's a big spider web right there. Everything's looking good. Yeah, eventually this run of fence right through here is going to end up being probably woven wire. I'm actually thinking about moving it out so I can get another gate in. I'm going to have a gate in down here so I can drive in through this lower part of the pasture, which sometimes it's easier than going through up by the barn because those weirdo horses will stand there, and if they get excited, they'll run right through the gate when I'm trying to bring the tractor in, and then it's just a debacle to run them down and get them back into the fence. Not that they go anywhere, they just act a fool. Well, this is good news. I don't see any big trees down. I got a couple down out in the pasture that were hung up, and they are finally down on the ground where I can start working those. Boy, the grass has really come in. In the week that we were gone, we had some decent cooler weather initially, and then it got hot for a couple days, and then we had this cold front blow through last night and it's dropped the temperature a little bit. It's going to be humid today in the low 80s, but it was like 96 the day before yesterday. But yeah, that grass has really come in. Hey, ladies. What are you doing? Y'all been good? Lemon, how you coming with the babies? Looks like your belly's dropping a little bit. I had to start watching you. Sorry, I was probably filming off into nowhere there. So Lemon here. She'll normally flop right over. Come on, you can do it. Rubber belly. So she's got good teats, but as you can see, they're uneven. Well, some of them are. So, you know, you got a oddball teat up here and one back here. But she's got 2, 4. So you got a false teat here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 teats. So that's good. But she's definitely got some babies in there. And we'll be able to probably feel them move before too long. Now when she's put your hand here and she's grunting, it's hard to tell. I hope she's a good mama this time. If not, she's probably gonna have a questionable future. Big spider right there. Interesting. But she's a sweet pig. She's got good waddles. Boy, those things are funky feeling. I don't know what the waddles are for, but with my sound effects, it makes them that much more awesome. What you eating? Huh? Find you something good there? Now this is an unwaddled sow here, but she's still a sweet girl. Hopefully she'll pump out some good meat piggies. Hey, sailor girl. Ah, Fig, I see why you're hanging out over here. You must be in heat. Driving these boys crazy. Yeah, Timber, I don't think that's going to work out for you. So I'd say we got Fig here in heat. And I should probably put a sturdier fence in between these guys and gals just to make sure that we don't get some breeding taking place when we don't want it to. Timber there is our youngest boar. And he's obviously a little spirited this morning. But you'll see a sow when they come in the season, they'll come over and walk these fences and drive these boys crazy. One of the behaviors you might see. Oh, life is tough. They're also wanting to get fed, so if I walk to the other side of the pasture, the boars might follow me. Good times. Good times. But this is what I like to see. These pigs out here, and trust me, if there's something to munch on, they're going to find it. And they have really cleaned this up. This was probably 3 foot high grass. You see all the goldenrod, these weeds right back through here. I call them weeds. I mean, pick your poison. If I had bees on the property right now, I wouldn't be near as concerned about all the goldenrod. But they'll clean up some of that too. But for the most part, all this right through here, you couldn't even walk through there. It was pretty high, and they've knocked it down. Now, like I said, one of my other videos, all these Osage trees will start dropping fruits, and they'll enjoy cleaning those up. So they're all coming over to put their noses on me. I can get these boys to follow me off this fence line. Ooh, slippery. Like I said, we're on a pretty good slope here, and there's times it is slick as ice. you get in the mud. Just check everything out. Now Francine, she is definitely interested in getting some groceries. So this time of year, I'd still rather not be feeding pigs any more than I have to. These are pasture art. Freaking horses. I don't see the barrows this morning. Oh, there they are. They're laying in the barn. So where they're laying now, sorry, big finger flopping through there. This is going to be closed off, and I'm going to put a couple stalls in there to farrow the sows in. And then I'm going to cut another opening here, move this door, and have a couple stalls there for horses. Eventually I'm going to have a lean-to that's going to come off. Just extend that out a little bit, and I want to put a lean-to off this back side over here where we're going to have a new entrance for us, and I can start getting my tractor and mower out of the damn weather. So it's all time and money, both of which I have little of these days. Yeah, this horse right here, he's old. He's got just a couple teeth left in his head. He really struggles to keep anything in his mouth, and we struggle keeping weight on him. Now this guy here, he's good. He's got a bad back leg. We don't ride him really anymore. My daughter Clara comes out and she'll lunge them every now and then just to make them earn their feed, but for the most part they just mosey around here and poop, which gets scooped up if it's in the barnyard, and it goes into our compost pile over there, which eventually makes it into the garden, and we use as much as we can around here. Really nice morning. Got a breeze blowing out of the west. Won't be long. All these trees will be bare, and it'll be cold, 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 and miserable. But we had a pretty cool spring, almost too cool. It really set the garden back and everything else, and it seems like we've been struggling to catch up with that all year. So normally you'll have a couple days of cool weather, and then it'll just be hot and miserable spring all the way through the end of summer. So we'll see what kind of fall we have this year. Yeah, these chickens crack me up. So the girls hatched these chickens out earlier this year from some of our own eggs, and they're starting to venture over into the barnyard, which is good. They'll scratch around in the poop and eat the fly larvae and keep the fly population under control a little bit. So, nice morning. All right, so I didn't put out a video on Sunday like I kind of want to. I'm trying to set up some kind of cadence that gets these videos out. I appreciate everyone that has been watching. If you got any questions or comments or anything like that, don't be afraid to do it. I mean, I get some messages on the side. Thank you, everybody who thinks my beard is awesome. My girls don't like that. They hate my beard. That's why I keep it. So, yeah, we get a lot of questions just about the pigs. It's really, a lot of folks are getting into the coonies. You know, I've said that a couple times. And there's really a lot of questions about how do I know my sow's in heat? How do I know my sow's been bred? How do I know this and that? It's really just learning your pigs. I can't say that enough. Get out and spend some time with your animals. Get used to putting your hands on your pigs. Get used to your pigs being handled by you. It's really going to serve you well when it comes to farrowing and things along those lines. You know, them not associating, here comes the farmer again, and it's about to suck because he's going to stick a needle in me and inject me with something. You know, don't just put your hands on your pigs when it's time to treat them or things along those lines, or they will associate you with a negative experience, and they won't want you touching them. Now, the piglets are going to get better about me putting my hands on them, and I am going to have to treat them again here soon for worms. I do it twice a year. It's just part of regular farm maintenance. The pigs do obviously eat off the ground, and they're grazing, so they are going to pick up pick things up. So it's just good practice. I don't see any body condition right now that concerns me with worms. I don't see any sign of mites. We do get mites around here, but I don't see any pigs that are scratching their hair off or any bloody spots. But you know, just things to look for. Spend time with your animals. Get used to handling them. If you're not comfortable doing that, probably shouldn't have animals and be trying to farrow and raise pigs or any animal. I mean, I've had sheep here. I've had to help lamb. I had to pull a dead calf out of a cow. That was not a good experience. You know, mother wasn't doing well in that process either. Fortunate for us, she survived it. We got a replacement calf, got it on her. She accepted it. Raised those two for a while. We ended up getting out of the cattle business. It was just a lot easier for us to narrow it down to just the pigs than having a lot of diversity at that point. We were still learning a lot, and that was a tough experience. So, you know, you live and you learn. But you have to be willing to put your hands on your animals and to help them out if they need it. If you're not comfortable doing that, then you better get comfortable or probably look at something else. Calling the vet is an option. It's potentially not a cheap one. And a lot of vets don't like pulling pigs. So, you know, they're used to dealing with these huge sows that sometimes are not very friendly. And, you know, it's just not something that they want to deal with. But anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate every one of you, and we'll see you next time.